All right, let's see it. Let's see how we do today. That gold has rotated off, and we are in a for sure slump, but getting better. It's improving from here. And that is a great start. That looks like .mk perhaps. We've got a Cyrillic, a mix of Cyrillic and Latin scripts perhaps? Or is that just... No, yeah. We've got interesting. .mk suggests Macedonia. Um, for sure. So let's guess Skopje. Um, yeah, I maybe should not have spent so much time looking at that sign because it was pretty clear that it meant Macedonia, and I spent an entire minute on it. Skopje. Let's see. Yoga center in Skopje, 50 meters. Let's see if I can read it better. There's a lot of yoga around. Um, 50 meters, 50 minutes. Could it be just 50 meters that way? No, it's got to be 50 meters. Yeah, I don't know. I would love to get a better idea of exactly where we are. Okay, well, what does the city look like? It's not huge, and it looks like we're next to some greenery. Could we be up here somewhere? What generally the streets are not quite grid aligned, but they're a little bit grid aligned. More grid aligned than that, I think. I think we're in. Hmm. I don't know. I'm not going to make very strong claims here. Um. Oh wait. Yoga Center Skopje. Oh my God. We found it. Sonics. We're right in front of this Sonics. Oh my God. I'm sorry, but we 100% found it. Like, we're literally right there. There we go. Perfect score. 3 yards away. Could not have been better. Wow. Wow. I'm pretty happy with that. Let's keep it going. Cervecería ski. Contabilidad. This looks like Spanish or something. I really don't know. Looks like Portuguese. Let's find that sun. Don't. It's actually not obvious where the sun is. Probably that way, which would suggest we're in Brazil. Um, easily, like, this doesn't clearly look like it's not Portugal, though. So I could be wrong about where the sun is. I am feeling Brazil a little bit more, though. For sure. Um, yeah, the sun is definitely in the north. Definitely in the north now. Yep, Brazil, Brazilian flag. .br. Yep, could not be more clearly in Brazil. Um, do not know where at all, except that we're south of the equator. I'm gonna throw down a guess, you know, there. Let's hedge between those two cities, or maybe I don't know. So looks like a kind of hilly area, not super densely populated, it looks like. So I'm not going to assume we're in a city, in a big city at least. I've not really seen a lot of good signs for a specific place. Wow, I'm still very happy with that first round. Albuquerque. I wonder if that's a place name or just a general name. I mean, obviously I know it's in New Mexico, but there's a city called Albuquerque, Brazil or something. That would be good to know. Certainly be good to know. I don't think I'm going to do better. That's kind of a high risk, high reward guess, though. I mean, surely most of the population of Brazil is, but it's not, population doesn't matter. Oh, good guess. I'm glad I didn't go too far away. I mean, 4,300 point, 44 almost, 4,400. Uh, yeah, at the very end there you could see Matias Barbosa seemed like the place we were, but I don't think I would have seen that. Um, just gotta guess around that coast, I guess, and hope you get lucky like I just did. This is going to be a challenge. The sun is way up high. Looks to be the south though. And looks like pretty tropical leaves. My gut's gonna tell me Southeast Asia. These kinds of mountains and foliage. We're not gonna get very much else at this rate. Um, Other kind of place it could be might be Kenya, or South America. South America is looking a little bit more likely. I don't know how much cattle farming they do in, say, Malaysia, but maybe they do. I don't know why I'm associating cattle farming with South America, but in fact, I probably shouldn't have that assumption in my head. I just don't. I mean, the fact that these cars are pulled over to the left could mean that they drive on the left, but I don't think that means much on a one-lane mountain road like this. I'm, don't know. I'm going to go with, oh, Malaysia. No, wait, we said the sun was in the south, right? So I think Malaysia's not the worst guess, but I unfortunately think that we could easily be thousands of miles away, which means that I don't have high hopes for a score here. And I really don't know what more I can be looking at. I'm not gonna ID plants. Look, okay, look at this view. Like, what do we see? Like, that just looks like it to me. I don't know. I might just guess for the time. Mexico, it is 0 points. That's a balance. That's a mean reversion if I've ever seen one. Um, Tough. How was I supposed to know? I guess I could have looked at those people's clothing a little bit more closely. Uh, but I don't think I would have changed my mind if I had kept going for 45 seconds. So I don't regret that. I guess the lesson is just sometimes things that look like it could be Malaysia, sometimes you're wrong, and sometimes it also could be Mexico. Note to self that Mexico looks like that. This looks like France. Could it be France? Could it be, what's that flag? I mean, that looks like French. La cuisine de Zhang. Um, could we be in Switzerland again? I doubt it. Leesbech, Boer, Leesbeck. This looks like an unholy combination of French and German or something. So I'm feeling Belgian vibes, although that's not nearly what that flag was. Very interesting. Like the place names are clearly not French, but the words all are. And they look rather, that's quite interesting. But you would think that in the parts of Belgium that speak Flemish, the signs would be in some Germanic language like Flemish or whatever. And same in Switzerland. 105, 189. What makes more sense? Could we be in Luxembourg? 189. Bech, Eichen. That's looking pretty close. I don't see any of these specific places though. I like Luxembourg as a guess. Um, yeah. Yeah. Boer, Liesbech. There's Bech. I don't know. The other thing that I'm liking is the road numbering scheme. Looks like it matches with Luxembourg. I don't see the 105 anywhere. If I saw the 105, I'd love that. There's the 106. Could we be closer down here? 103. Time's up. Luxembourg it is, and it was closer to the west. Wow. I don't see any of those place names. 4,900 points. It's so messed up that like it's so much easier to get 4,900 points in Europe. Like I was happy with 4,300 when I knew the country in South America, and upset with 4,900 when I knew the country in Europe. Not that upset. This is like Chinese script. I mean, I suppose it could be kanji, but I don't see signs of um, other Japanese scripts anywhere. And I don't know whether places like this, with this much open space, exist in Hong Kong. They must, to some degree, maybe? But maybe they just don't. We can also look at the map and see if everything looks really like there could definitely be places that are a little bit that feel a little bit more rural. But I don't know how I don't know if that really makes a lot of sense. 53 and 56, like I'm not really seeing those as numbers anywhere. So should we check Taiwan? No, but Taiwan has these special shapes on their roads. So could we be in Japan? I just don't recognize, like, the Japanese road signs also don't have that character next to them. So that's quite interesting. I don't know that we're going to get an incredible Hail Mary Hong Kong guess like we did that other time. But Hong Kong just feels so urban to me that it feels silly. But they've got all these parks. The question is, do they have a need for like, no, I doubt it, but I really don't know. Could we be in Japan? Am I being really silly? I just don't see any evidence that we're in Japan. Baoshan Road. The fact that that's written there in English makes me feel a little bit better about it being Hong Kong. Hojiang Shepi. Hozhuang. Can we find Hozhuang? No, we have no time. And it was Taiwan. I was thrown off by the lack of those little flowers on the road signs or these triangles. But of course it had to be Taiwan. That makes sense. Okay. That was a fantastic start. Unfortunately balanced out by the worst guess of all time, which has, yeah, a 5,000 and then a zero is tough. Puts you in solidly silver territory, but not not enough for a gold. That's okay. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, a little better than yesterday. Not quite my best score all week. Uh, Next time. We're trending up. We're trending up. We got it next time.